Please, whatever you do, do not sleep on Mercury this coming year. Reason for that is Mercury is going to be in retrograde, of course. But the difference this year is Mercury will be in retrograde in every single water sign. That's right, you heard me. Each retrograde this year is going to be in a water sign. That means it's going to be taking the feminine energy to a whole new level because Mercury retrograde is very similar to the nostril breathing that happens naturally. Every 3 or so hours, our nostril will have one dominant side, which it obviously takes air in through, which then feeds the opposite side of the brain. So throughout the day, you actually have one phase that is more tuned into logical thinking, another portion that is tuned into the creative side or the creative brain. And those switches actually mirror retrogrades, especially in conjunction with Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, it is an air sign. So when we go into Mercury retrograde, it's essentially like shifting from the logical side of your brain to the artistic side. And this makes you more acutely aware of the feminine and gives you more of a capacity to tap into that. However, if you have blockages, if you have subdued this energy, if for whatever reason you've repressed it, and there's many good reasons why people have for generations, it's all coming to the surface now. And it's not just because of this retrograde sequence, but it's also in conjunction with the other planetary shifts that are going on this season, specifically around Saturn, how that's moving into Aries. We're coming into a whole new 28-year cycle. And last year in January, the South Node stationed in Virgo, which to me really ties into the feminine wound. It also taps into our unhealthy means of control within our society. And this control has been formed out of a survival mode. It's been formed out of a emasculation of the masculine energy. And it really is so deeply ingrained in this fight or flight that society has deemed natural or normal. And we as a society are coming to a head with that. No longer can we ignore this. You can see that through the rise of a lot of different issues, specifically with emotional issues, nervous system issues, and how that affects one's health. It's very interesting that these health crises we're going through are really tapping into the nervous system. And if you then heal the nervous system, you then have to deal with the emotions that were suppressed and held within the body. And for some of us, those suppressions have been going on for generations prior to us. They have just been held and laid, have been dormant within our genetics. And we have an opportunity to heal that. And the Virgo South Node is tied to the karmas or the old way of beings that do not serve us. And the North Node would be the energy we're moving towards. And Pisces North Node is what it's stationed in now, is all about trust. It's that Christ-like consciousness really being present in the now, a healthy Piscean energy, because I know every single astrology sign has its darkness to it or its shadow essence. So that South Node placement will be in effect until the end of July. It'll start shifting between July and August. That's when you'll start to feel that shift. And this is a great time to deconstruct the ways we have forced our will due to an imbalanced nervous system that has been in fight or flight out of a necessity for survival. I feel and believe we are at a time in our society where a lot of us have the opportunity to heal these deep wounds. We Regardless of what people say, I believe we are at a place where we actually can hold space for these wounds. We can do this healing, and our energetic system at a whole within the collective has done enough work to where this is really opening up. And with Saturn and the structures of every single sign being deconstructed at this time, it's really allowing us the opportunity to step into a new way of being, a new self. It's like being born again, but you're being born again with the knowledge of the past so that you can construct a new life, essentially. It's very powerful. And Mercury is a very key player because Mercury ties into this year one. There's a new 9-year cycle, and that 9-year cycle I found just during one of my downloads connects into the 9 planets. The first one is Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, but it's not just the way we communicate with the world around us to get what we want. It's about an authentic communication that comes from a higher state of being, a higher state of consciousness that understands that we are all connected. We are not a singular entity. And when you have that mental construct, it supports you in making choices that are greater for the whole, yet at the same time honoring your authenticity, having a voice, setting your boundaries, and calling in a new level of respect because you have it for yourself. So with Mercury going through these retrograde phases, it's really going to bring about any deep repressed emotions that you may have. And that could be tied into many different levels. So I wanted to share this just so you can prepare for that. You can take a little extra time and space and block all of that out. Not just to block out time so you don't have to be around people. I want you to block out that time so you can really connect with yourself, so you can be present, so you can help that relationship flourish. Because when you do that deep inner work and take time to do that, it really supports you in forming healthier relationships. It can help you in forming a healthier business model. It can help you form healthier workout routines. It can help you in so many different ways. I know for myself, it has been a very big game changer in regards to opening up a dialogue between the masculine and feminine energies. Last year, I really worked on healing the feminine. And through that, I realized that we have two energy systems. The masculine and the feminine both have their own chakra systems. And in cleansing and clearing those, you can then realign them so they have better synergy within your energetic body, which then benefits your overall experience, not just physically, but also how you move through the world, literally and metaphorically speaking. So, this Mercury retrograde is really activating areas that may still be dormant, or it may be igniting passions in you that will really shine a light on how you want to navigate this next 9-year cycle. It could show you a pathway that may have never crossed your mind, but it's something that your soul really wants and desires. And so this year one is all about taking in that information, having that communication, allowing the higher self to come in and talk with you and share with you so that you can be fulfilled, not just on a soul level, but on a physical level as well. Because I believe we're coming into an era where if you are not in alignment with an authenticity that serves the higher good, you're going to start getting a lot of backlash. And I'm hearing don't say that. And I guess what I want to say is you will feel a major ick if you are not in alignment with your own self and an alignment that serves the evolution of our society. I feel more and more people are seeking that. Also, more and more people, their BS radar is up like tenfold, and rightfully so. People have been taking advantage of a lot of amazing tools, and I feel we're about to make a shift where these platforms will be required to make this shift because the people will be wanting this shift. So you have to ask yourself, will I be a positive part of this, or will I be going against the tides? I've really had to look at my business and ask myself, is this truly in alignment with who I want to be, who I want to become, and also what I want to stand for? It's something that really makes me want to take that time this coming year to receive all the downloads possible. I really want to slow this year down so I can really harvest the information, or I guess use it to till the land, because the harvest obviously comes later. We just finished a big 9-year cycle. We just finished the life, death, rebirth cycle, and we're just coming into a new spring season, and the earth needs to be tilled, and you need to take time to do that. And to me, taking time to listen and connect with the masculine and feminine is a crucial way to do that. And there are many different styles in which you can connect. I know for myself, I love using my astrology chakra connection course. It allows you to connect and clear blockages held within your natal chart according to the placements and the chakras that correlate to those placements. And in the course, I teach you how to look at your natal chart, look at the current transits, and utilize the healing frequencies for not only clearing your natal chart, but working with the collective, as well as how to use your natal chart to decipher and connect into the masculine and feminine placements that are present each and every season. Last year I started this, and it was a very beautiful adventure of getting to understand myself on a deeper level, and it really showed me how astrology goes a lot deeper than I think a lot of us realize, especially as I've been embracing a lot of esoteric values when it comes to the astrology system. And maybe it's me simply just trusting my guides and trusting what comes up. And some could say that's esoteric. I view it just another system that has a lot to give if we take the time to let it speak to us. So I encourage you to let the universe speak to you, let infinite spirit, God, whatever you subscribe to, speak to you for your highest good. Because in addressing the needs of the higher self, you will be able to live from a place of grace, which transcends karma because you're transmuting it. And when you transmute it in yourself, you're also transmuting it for the collective, which then makes it easier for these positive shifts to take place in what I like to believe as miraculous and wondrous ways. And I feel that a lot of miracles can take place if we take the time to listen, so we know what paths will foster these miracles to take place. But that requires a little bit of solitude, a little bit of quiet time, so that we can build those relationships within ourselves. And if we have those relationships within ourselves, they will always be present, they will always be serving us and supporting us, which then means they will support us in every other area of our life. So please, please, please mark on your calendars the retrogrades just so you can plan for them. I don't want you to be caught off guard because this is possibly very big emotional upheavals for some people. So it's not only a way to plan and prep for your own work, but it's also a way to be aware of your surroundings and how other people might be projecting. So it's a way that you can protect yourself. And what I like to do is I like to cleanse and clear my aura during that time. It's very similar to going to the gym, you work out, and you come home, you take a shower. Well, going out into the world during retrograde seasons is like going to the gym and coming home and not taking a shower if you don't cleanse your aura. So that's just something I recommend just so you can prepare. I think being prepared is very important, and all I'm hearing is now is the Lion King song. But I think it's to our benefit, especially as we wrap up the end of the energetic year. I personally subscribe to the idea that the 2026, the energetic year, doesn't start until Aries season begins. So we still are in the rebirthing process. Aries, Aquarius and Pisces to me are the phase where you've died, you've gone up to source, you're healing, you're regenerating, you're recuperating before you come back down to earth for another ride uh, in another body, in another experience. And to me, that's what this year is really embodying is a new experience, but you're coming in with that knowledge and know-how on how to get the most from it rather than coming in completely blind. So, eyes wide open, baby. So, take time to find out what healing modalities you want to do, what nervous system regulation practices you need, and what style of interaction do you want to partake in when it comes to healing the masculine and feminine? I know for myself, I already cleansed and cleared the masculine wound, the collective wound from my energy field through the blueprint of light that is available to you. I'm just going to list my all my stuff down below in the resources so you have access to that. But I wanted to share because when you realign and reopen this dialogue within your energy field between the masculine and feminine, you truly are allowing a system that has been shut off to reawaken so that you are more fully fueled and powered from a place that is grounded and centered and receiving information from both energies, not just one. And I believe for a long time we've only been receiving energy from one system because that's what we have been taught, that's what's been allowed. And we are finally in a stage where both can be accepted and embraced. And we are in a place where we are safe enough to do so. And we also have the knowledge, and we've done enough work to where our system within the collective is ready for this type of shift. So if you feel like you just want some support, you already have all your, energy healing techniques down, you already have pretty much a solid routine, and you want something just to support your aura, I have the Auric Field Cleanse down below. If you're wanting to dive deeper into your astrology and learn how to open up the communication of the masculine and feminine within your natal chart for each season this coming year, that's listed down below, the astrology chakra connection. And if for whatever reason you feel a deep call to really heal the masculine and feminine wound on a very profound level, I would recommend the Blueprint of Light. This helps you to cleanse and clear your auric field. It allows you to cleanse and clear and realign your masculine and feminine chakra systems so that you can bring them back into balance. It's a very dense and can be an intense course because you will be shifting and cleansing and clearing the emotions tied to the collective thought forms that have created a lot of chaos and havoc, not only within personal lives, but within the whole of society. So that is a very profound course, because not only are you clearing stuff that isn't yours, you're also taking ownership of what is. It's pretty, if you are ready to get real, that's the one. If you are not and you want something a little more lighthearted, the astrology chakra connection is where I would start. That's what I would recommend. And with the astrology chakra connection, I actually have calendars available. I have just gotten another sample right here, but there are calendars that connect into the astrology year to come. So 2026, the calendar is listed from Aries to Pisces, and you can mark them up. I feel like you can see just a little bit of this. You can mark it up. If you purchase a calendar, what you will get is a Virgo South Node energy healing clearing, which allows you to release the chronic holding patterns the collective body has had around control, which is a beautiful way to step more fully into the present. It's a way to release that tension and to heal those wounds that are tied into a maladapted nervous system that has really survived rather than thrived. So you get that energy healing for free. And then also you get $100 off the astrology chakra connection. And you also get a free PDF that gives you all of the transits so you can mark up your calendar however you see fit. So all of that is listed down below in the resource section. If you're someone who loves keeping track of the astrology year, the calendar is simply amazing because again, it ties into the full energetic year of 2026, and it's separate from the Gregorian calendar, which for me just has made such a big difference in being able to really see and observe the astrology year. I've always struggled, and until I made this switch, it makes sense because there are two different energetic systems. I still adhere to obviously the calendar year because that's just how we function in our world today, cannot be ignored. But energetically, I'm really taking it serious and really owning the fact that there are two systems and that's okay. So I like having my calendar so I can plan for all my rituals and sacred time, and also so I can prepare for big energetic shifts that are going to take place. And all of those are listed in the PDF. So all of that's available to you. But please, 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 just if anything, mark down the retrogrades that are happening because they will be in the water signs and they will be coming in with big messages. And the more prepared you are, the more fun you will have in these retrogrades. They're not something to be afraid of. I just think people have been so unconscious to them that they just let it happen to them rather than for them. And when I say, I love it when I use the phrase, it's happening for me rather than to me. Because when it's happening for me, I can look at it from a higher perspective and I can then see the land that I'm coming to. I'm right now, as I'm saying it, I'm seeing a bird flying towards land. And with sailors, when they'd been out at sea for a very long time, birds were always a very good sign because it meant that land was near. And that's kind of what I'm getting overall for this coming year is land is very, very near. I feel like, especially after last year, year 9, the year of the snake, there was a lot of death. There was a lot of stalling and I feel this impatience. So just be mindful that I know you want to get things moving and grooving, but just make sure you have a nervous system regulation practice in hand and that will support you so you don't get burnt out, which is really crucial for the year of the horse. And I just want you to be as prepared as possible because when you're prepared, you can, I feel, really enjoy it. And I want you to be able to enjoy this energy. I want you to be able to embrace this new year 9. And I want you to be able to plant seeds strategically so you get the most bounty from this new 9-year cycle. So, those are my recommendations. Those are the downloads I've been getting. Mercury has been so loud and persistent. And so I had to get up and make a video so I could share with all of you, because I feel like it's finally time to talk about all of this stuff. And I'm really excited to see what else will come about in this new energetic year of 2026, which is right around the corner.